education. Would you accept your fate will be determined by the color of your skin?
No.
I think definitely not. Today we will talk about a critical issue that continues to plague our society, racial injustice. First and foremost, we must acknowledge that the pervasive nature of racial discrimination in our society. For far too long, people of color have been subjected by systematic discrimination, oppression, and violence solely because of the color of their skin. It's time for us to confront this injustice head-on and strive our society to create a society that racial injustice is not just a distant dream, but a reality for all of us. First and foremost, as we can see, the pervasive nature of racial discrimination in our society, we must acknowledge that. And while saying that from racially biased policing practices to disparities in access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, the side effects of systematic racism are deeply entrenched in every aspect of our lives. We cannot turn a blind eye to injustices faced by communities of color any longer. But in the second hand, we must recognize that racial justice is not just an imperative, moral imperative, but also a fundamental human right. Every individual deserves to be treated with dignity, respect, and equally under the law, regardless their race or ethnicity. Yet, time and time again, we see people of color have been disproportionately targeted, marginalized, and denied from their basic rights and freedoms. Let's look at some statistics about it. Black Americans are more than twice as likely as white Americans to be killed by police, according to ACLU. Also, according to a report by Legal Defense and Education Fund, African Americans are incarcerated at more than 5 times at the rate of white Americans. Additionally, a study by the Economic Policy Institute found that the median wealth of white households is nearly 10 times of black households and 8 times that of Hispanic households. Furthermore, we must acknowledge the pervasive nature of racial discrimination that holds a lot of bad effects for us, and we know that it's not just about racial discrimination, but in all places like jobs, educational places, and all other stuffs like that. Furthermore, we know that we can create a world that regardless every individual feels free and flourish. And to create that by dialogue, by empathy and understanding, we can break down barriers that divide us and build a more inclusive and equitable society for future generations. In closing, let us remember that the fight for racial justice is not a sprint but a marathon. It will require dedication, perseverance, and solidarity from all of us. But together, in one united commitment to equality and justice, we can create a world that every individual, regardless race or ethnicity, can improve and flourish. Let us not shy away from this challenge, but embrace it wholeheartedly, and knowing that the pursuit of racial justice is not a noble cause, but a moral imperative that defines us who we are as a society. Thank you.